Hi, I'm a clinical psychologist based in Brisbane, Australia. Thank you for being here. I wanted to talk about compliments. Some people have a really hard time accepting compliments, and I think probably I've been there at some stage in my life as well. So, where does this come from? Now, some of the time, a lot of the time, actually, this comes from something we might have experienced in childhood repeatedly. So maybe you had conditional love, maybe you didn't have connection or attachment or secure attachment with your caregivers. Maybe it felt like you were always to blame. You could never do anything right, and then you started to feel like you're defective. There's something wrong with me, and so of course you couldn't possibly accept any positive comments when you started to grow up and you started to get into adolescence or into adulthood, because as a child you just learned that, oh, there's nothing positive about me, I'm not a good person, I'm not good at anything, I suck at everything, and that just became part of you or your identity. And now the nervous system learns that safety can look like familiarity, even if it is something that is not actually good or is dangerous to your mental health or physically or mentally, right? And so as an adult, when someone starts to give you all of these compliments, it can feel really uncomfortable. You're not used to hearing them. So what do? We reject them. And someone says, oh, your hair's nice, or you did a great job on that. And you say, oh, no, it could be better. I couldn't be bothered this morning. I could have made it straighter. Or, oh, you did a good job on that piece of work. Oh, well, I don't know. Like I didn't really put much effort into it. It could have been better. I could have maybe extended it or put a bit more work or effort or research into it. I don't think it's that great compared to other people's. Um, so you're really rejecting it. Now, just sit with me for a minute if you're here with me, and I want to give. Well, can you imagine giving me a compliment? All right. So you just, and it sounds funny, but you just sit there and imagine giving me a compliment and say that, I'm just going to make it up, say that compliment you say to me is, oh, you know what? I really like the flowers next to you. And say I say back to you, oh, really? Do you really like them? I just picked them up, at the dollar store the other day, and actually they're just not great. I mean, I need to update them. Don't you think they're disgusting and gross? Like, oh my gosh, you know? Can you imagine experiencing that when I'm saying that back to you? What do you feel when I'm rejecting your compliment? Now, for most people, they might feel this, it's a bit yucky. Like, I just gave you a compliment. What do you mean? Like, because some people who have issues accepting compliments are great at giving them out. Actually, they're too kind and they give them out, give them out, give them out. But when I'm rejecting it, it can bring up in lots of people this, like, oh, that's a bit yucky. You start to maybe experience shame. Did I say the right thing? Actually, maybe those flowers are disgusting and gross. Like, you start to almost feel gaslit or as well. On the flip side, if I responded and you said, oh, I really like your flowers, they go really nice there. If I responded and said, oh, thank you so much, I really liked the different colors, and, I thought it would be a really nice background, and I really like greenery and stuff like that. I really appreciate you saying that to me because, yeah, I wasn't sure what they would look like, right? If I responded that way to you, your response would probably be very different. Okay. You might, and it's going to be different for everyone, but you might have felt, and me too, felt a sense of connection between us, a reciprocity, and so on. It's just a nice moment in time. Everyone loves receiving compliments. It can give us like a bit of a dopamine hit, and also serotonin, which is the chemical for connection, what we feel when we connect with other people, right? So, um, sometimes we don't realize, for people who are really sensitive to accepting compliments, that that's what it feels like if we reject someone else's compliment, right? Um, and as I was saying before, the nervous system is just confusing us because the nervous system is saying, hey, compliments are not familiar, it's dangerous territory, there's nothing that, it's just not safe. I don't feel safe because I learned at a really a young age, I learned a long time ago that I'm defective, something's wrong with me, like, I'm not good enough, all of these thoughts or beliefs. And you might not actually be aware of those beliefs, like we call them schemas in schema therapy, or core beliefs. They can lie at a subconscious level, but it might be coming out on a higher level in terms of your thoughts, like, I can't do this, like, I'm silly, like, why did I just say that? Like, I don't deserve that promotion, they deserve it more than me, and those sort of things, right? That's what it can come out as. So if this is you, one of the most important things is gentle exposure to it. So, some people that are sensitive to compliments avoid situations in which they can be complimented. There can be self sabotage where you purposely don't put in the effort in order to get a compliment because it doesn't feel good. Or you purposely, even though you might want to, don't dress a certain way or whatever it might be because you know that someone might comment on you. You don't want to give away any idea of who you are underneath anything. You don't want to feel the awkwardness of it all. So I challenge you, if this is you, to start to put yourself in situations where, okay, if you feel really nice in a certain outfit and that's what you want to wear, or if you do want to apply for, a promotion and you feel confident or whatever with it, or you do want to put your hand up and say, I want to do more work or whatever, put yourself in a situation where you could get a compliment or you want to help someone else out or something like that. Now, when you have the compliment, it is going to feel uncomfortable because remember, your nervous system has been conditioned literally for decades. Your nervous system has been conditioned to feel like, hmm, this feels unsafe, this feels dangerous, compliments are not good because I'm defective, blah, 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 blah. So it's going to feel uncomfortable, okay? So you've got to sit with that emotion, sit with the emotion. And I did some other videos on this a while ago on allowing yourself to feel the emotion through your body. You've got to sit with the emotion. When you sit with it, you might start to feel it somewhere in your body, like you might start to feel it in your chest and your legs, you want to run away, like you might start to get a headache, you might feel tension, whatever. Sit with that and experience that, and eventually that emotion will actually, or that feeling will actually start to dissipate. Now, this is just creating new neural pathways, neuroplasticity, new neural pathways in the brain. The more that you do it, the easier it will get. And then over time, you'll start to become more comfortable with receiving compliments. Okay, now at the same time, you giving compliments to other people gives the opportunity for them to reciprocate and give you a compliment back. So you can try that as well.